welcome to my very first video on the TheSmartOjus Talk Show. Today's topic is an introduction. What I mean by introduction is me telling you guys what it is I'm doing here, why it is I'm doing this, what it is you guys should look forward to from this channel. So why don't we begin with an introduction? My name is TheSmartOjus, or Ojus for short, and I am an avid Nintendo fan, as well as a gamer of other video games. The interest that I have in video games has made me want to share my opinions on various Nintendo topics as well as other gaming topics with other people. Not just my friends, but I wanted to talk to other people about it and receive their input and their comments on my opinions. Whether they be good agreeing comments or they be criticism against my opinions. I've been wanting to share my opinions for a very long time, and I finally decided that I want to do that through two platforms. One of them being YouTube, which you're listening to me on, as well as Medium, which is how I'm writing my opinions in weird form, in blog form, journalist style. So I hope you guys are interested, and I hope you guys like what it is I do. So to explain what it is I'm going to do on this channel as well as my blog, I'll answer a few questions as to how I started how did I get started in gaming, what am I currently playing right now that I can in the future write about, so that you guys get a general introduction and idea of who it is that I am. So why don't we start off with the hobby that takes a major part in my life: video games. My first entry into this hobby was back when I was 5 years old with a Nintendo 64. One fine evening, my older brother, asked me to play a game with him, and that game was Mario 64. We played this game for weeks, and we beat Bowser eventually after playing the game for so long. I even remember when we were on the last fight for Bowser, and my brother and I were trading off the controller each time we would lose to him, and then finally my brother beat him. The sense of happiness at that moment was so awesome that both my brother and I jumped up in excitement and cheered in as much happiness as we could. Mario 64 was an introduction to me, and that's why I really loved it, but it also helped in bonding my brother and I together, and to this day I think it's why we still play video games together. Ever since that lovely day, I've kept on gaming on various platforms, but my favorite out of all of them is and always will be Nintendo. I have owned most of their consoles and handhelds since the Nintendo 64, and I have loved each and every one of them, from the N64 all the way to the Nintendo Wii U, the Nintendo Game Boy Color all the way to the Nintendo 3DS, and now the Nintendo Switch. I have very many opinions on Nintendo. Most of them are positive, but there are a few that are negative. And I would be I am very excited to write about all these opinions on future blogs. Overall, I'm a very passionate Nintendo gamer that wants to share his thoughts, so do stay tuned for them in the future. I would now like to talk about games that I'm currently playing, to give you an idea of what it is I'll be talking about in my future vlogs. So currently I've been playing on my Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, but soon I will be playing on the Nintendo Switch. On the Wii U side, I have been playing Splatoon, which is an awesome third-person shooter from Nintendo. I used to play the game on a competitive side a while ago, but I had to leave it for some personal reasons, but I still do play the game casually. I do plan to return to competitive for Splatoon 2 though, and that's really the reason why I've been jumping back into the first game as of late, and I'm really excited for the sequel. Some other games I have been playing for the Wii U are Bayonetta 1 and 2, Mario Kart 8, Yoshi's Woolly World, and New Super Mario Bros. U, as well as a few others. I don't think this is the right time or place to delve more into these games. So I am right now working on other stories, other blogs that are going more in depth on each and every one of these games. So do stay tuned for those stories. On the side of 3DS, I have been heavily focusing on Animal Crossing New Leaf. I've recently decided to redesign my town, so that's been taking quite a while to complete, but it's coming along quite great, to be honest. I've also been having some new villagers inside of my town, and I've been enjoying them quite a lot. None of them have been getting on my nerves yet, so I think they're going to stay for a while, thankfully. And so far, out of all the villagers that have moved into my town since I began playing the game back in September of 2016, Tangy is and always will be my favorite, and I don't think I'm going to let her move away, unless she tells me a sappy story of why it is she wants to leave. Alongside Animal Crossing New Leaf, I have been playing a lot of Pokemon Moon, and in fact I actually beat the game about 2 weeks ago. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I enjoyed this game so much, to the extent that it is now my favorite Pokemon generation. Before this, Generation 2 used to be my favorite, but now, Generation 7, it's dethroned Generation 2, it's dethroned Pokemon Crystal. And I honestly cannot wait for Pokemon Ultra Moon / Ultra Sun. And just like the Wii U, I've been playing a few other games on the 3DS, which I don't think right now is the right time to delve into. So do stay tuned for stories on those games as well. So that's about it for the introduction for my channel, for my blog, and for what it is that I want to do with this channel. I hope you guys are interested now after listening to this introduction, and I hope you guys do come back in the future for my future uploads. As for uploads or blog posts, I will be uploading every Wednesday afternoon on various topics, so do stay tuned for some amazing weekly gaming stories. And on top of that, I will be making an E3 predictions vlog on Monday for you all to enjoy, right before the E3 presentation on Tuesday. So, thank you for listening, everyone, and do come back next time.